Men have been taught to be the pillar, the provider and protector of the household. Society still believes that men are more superior than women. Is that the reason why some men find it hard to approach successful women? Or does it have anything to do with their ego? This and so much more we'll be discussing today on the topic, why is it difficult for men to approach successful women for a relationship? Welcome to the Vibe Cafe Show, the show where we give you nothing but good vibes. My name is Eric Mwanso.
And I am Rachel. Isaac, your girl, Ray. Guys, we'll go on a quick break. When we come back, the show will continue. Stay with us.
Don't go anywhere.
And we are back to the Vibe Cafe Show, the show where we bring you nothing but good vibes. Okay, so before we went on that break, Eric said earlier on that we'll be discussing the topic, why is it difficult for men to approach successful women for a relationship? And that is what we are doing right now. Okay, so Eric, let me ask you, have you ever approached a woman more successful than you for a relationship?
Yes, and for me, it's never been about how successful or not successful you are. It's about the connection, and so it's about having confidence as a person, whether you're a male or a female. Having that confidence to walk up to this person, because as much as this person is successful, you guys will have similar interests, similar things that you guys love and enjoy together. I go with that in mind and getting to know, okay, maybe she likes to watch movies, I like to watch movies, I like to, but if she turns out to be a snob, then just let her be and just do your day.
Okay, so why do you think men are afraid, or why do you think it's difficult for them to approach successful women?
Because a lot of times, and also society has made it seem like, the man has to be the very successful one because he has to take care of family, he has to take care of the wife. And some women already have it in their head, it's been indoctrinated into their brains and their minds that, oh, the person you're going to end up with has to be this successful and all that, he has to be more successful. So when they get there, they feel like, oh, maybe the man or the man is lazy for him not to be as successful, forgetting the fact that we all get there differently. So it's sometimes on the men's part, it's inferiority complex. They just feel like they're insecure. Oh, maybe she won't like me for me. I have to drive this car. I need to impress her because she's already there. I think it's an individual thing. So when I mean individual, success to you is different from success to me. It's my success or my definition of success is different. You might have 3 cars and I don't see you as successful. And this person is a doctor saving life and that's a success to me. So it depends on what you term as successful.
Okay, so in this case, I'm talking about a woman who is more financially stable than a man. I'm talking about a woman who earns more, way more than a man. Now, I'm going to give you an instance. There is a particular blogger who just had a baby. Yeah, she is like the biggest blogger in Africa. That's what she prides herself as. So after she had talked a lot about how she was going to settle down, she had worked and now became very successful and almost a billionaire. She's working towards being a billionaire. She now finally came out to say she was pregnant, and after a while we did not know who the baby daddy was. Everyone was expecting to see the baby daddy, and everyone thought that it would be one of the billionaires in Nigeria, going by her status and all in the society. So when she now finally revealed who this person was, he turned out to be someone that we didn't even know who he was and everything. And then after a while, people now start saying, oh, they now, from the moments where people started guessing because of the resemblance, and people of course knew that they were going out and they were seeing each other, people started saying, oh, this is the person, but she had not come out to officially say that this was the father of a child. So after she had the baby and then we were not seeing no father figure in the boy's life, it was all about her and the baby. She was like a baby mama. She released a video saying why she did not end up with the guy. And one of the things she said was, I remember vividly, she said that after a while of seeing the guy and going to the guy's flats, and now this is someone who has a mansion. Then she kept saying going to the guy's flats, I'll drive for 3 hours, I'll be stuck in traffic, I'll go to his house. She now said that he didn't want me because I was a public figure, and then he didn't think he could deal with the stress. And then there's also someone else who's an OAP, and then she's one of those people that she was married. She's one of those people that come up to talk about relationships and everything. Her marriage did not work. This one, the marriage, she got married to a almost public figure, because she was the person who influenced the guy's public fame. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. So after a while, the relationship did not work. The marriage only lasted for a bit, and then she now came up and she first talked about love. She was heartbroken. She became an author. She sued the guy. They were just suing each other front and back, going to court now and then, and she now started releasing videos and saying that any guy that has not finished feeding himself cannot come out to come and feed me, that my own money is clinical amount, the money I buy my cream alone is clinical amount. And guys see things like this
that.
on social media. So I think sometimes the women don't
Yes,
help.
yeah,
And I
exactly.
also know that this other person, it's very confusing because I
True.
try to
balance.
understand what
Both
they're saying and
parties.
not get confused. Because sometimes this same person now comes online to say, oh, it gets really lonely sometimes. That why is it that guys cannot just man up to walk up to a successful woman like me? That I just need a man who will be there to, and then they not come out to do this feminist thing again and say I'm successful and I need a man who can. So sometimes it confuses the men.
True.
So I believe that a man who is interested in being with a woman like this blogger or the OAP would say, I want to man up this day, and then you now go and then you now see that they are indirectly yapping not so rich guys.
Yeah.
You will
But I also
cut your coat
Co-
according to your
But I
clothes
also
now.
feel
So
like the problem a lot of times with women, they want to be sure that yes, you don't have the money now, but you're working towards it. You're working towards getting there. I don't think any partner, male or female, want to be with someone who is lazy. You're going this way. You're trying to get to this point, and this person is just there. So you want a situation whereby I can take care of this bill, or I can take care of this. You also can take care of it. You don't want a situation where you go to the restaurant with your friends, with your man, and it's like, oh, you're the one always picking up the tab.
yes.
I mean, it's fine. You can have low moments.
I understand that part where you not believe in prospects, you not believe that this person better. Not be everybody. See, I saw a post on social media and they said, and no offense to anyone who's not exactly doing well at the moment, but I saw a post on social media where they said, God is not preparing for anything, you are just suffering. You are just broke. Like, do you understand? It's not everybody who you see that they have a bright future, they
Yes.
have plans
Yes.
that would make it, that would have money
I
and will be
agree.
billionaires. Some people, it's where you're supposed to be that you are at the
At
moment.
the moment.
And for some other people, it's a process. So it's also difficult for those ladies because nobody wants to end up with a man at the end of the day because you love them and because you also know they love you too. You now be the one who now caters to their needs.
All their needs,
Before you
yes.
know, you're not catering to the point that you're not catering for him and to him and his side chick
Family
that is in
members.
love with and his family members. So that them too, I don't exactly blame them for
Yeah, because I
putting
also
up
think that people forget that any relationship is a partnership. So you come with yours, I come with her. I can support you when you're low, you can support me when I'm low. But also I think that women sometimes have very high standards. I understand that she had to maybe drive to that place, but what's the price or what's the cost of love? If he truly loves you and you can see that in his action, what would it take you to move there? Or what would it take you to say, okay, can we get a place that is closer that we can meet each other halfway? Because the problem I've come to realize is that a lot of times in relationship, people don't want to put in the work. It takes work.
It
It takes
does.
patience. It takes endurance. And if you don't have that, person may not get money today. Tomorrow, the guy can become someone. And then even with your support, he can get there.
The truth about it is, I get what you're saying, but most of these women who are successful, they also put in the work. Imagine
Yes.
that at 29, you started putting in the work, and then at 32, you now become very rich. Then at that 32, that you're not supposed to meet someone who matches that level of money that you have. You now meet someone who isn't doing so well, and they're not preaching to you to spend another 5 years of your life trying to nurture someone's dreams.
Yeah, but this is the thing you also come to realize that as human beings, male or female, we come into our own at different times. The things are not the equal one, but then you can be successful at 20, somebody else can be successful at 40. The thing I always say is find someone who you can handle their excesses or you can tolerate and you
Okay.
are patient with and is worth it.
Okay, so now, based on what we're talking about now, based on all that you've said, can you tell me a very successful woman in Nigeria that you really like, that you wouldn't mind settling down with?
Genevieve Nudge.
So as you did, so tell me. So if you had an opportunity, Genevieve, you know that Genevieve is coming now. She's going to be on the show. Would you shoot your shots, go for her, collect
Yes.
her number? Okay, so do you honestly think that Genevieve will want to be with you even if she loves you? You think she'd want to be with
If
you?
she's someone who is looking for something pure as connection and relationship and love, I think she'll be like, okay, let me hear this person out. Let's have a conversation. Yes, you have money, but there sometimes some of these very rich, successful women are usually lonely. They probably just need someone to talk to, someone who shares in their own interests, someone who because you can even marry someone as successful. Because I know a particular guy a lady who got married to a guy who is successful. They stay somewhere in Port Harcourt, and the guy got her a flat. She has 2 cars, she has help, she has money, but the guy is always home only once a month. One day the wife was like, ah, how far now? You hardly stay around. She said, Shebi, you wanted the money and everything. I've given you all of those things. So what do you need me for?
I say
So
like,
at the end, do you want that money and success without the person's companionship?
okay, so basically, I think where these guys should find a balance. I'm going to say 2 things. I'm going to say one is you as a man find a woman that you can. You know what I said about find. Don't just find a woman that meets it. So a woman that can afford to take you guys
Yeah.
where you see yourself. Because she tells you that she loves you. You self struggle, hustle. If you have to take a loan or something, start something, meet up. Nobody would like that they go to a restaurant or you're going out and you're introducing your man to your other rich friends and they ask what does he do. It's not about where he works, it's what he's doing, how he's trying to achieve to get to your level as in meet you
But
halfway.
what if he's doing that, but he hasn't blown yet? Like maybe he started a company and he's trying and he's trying. He hasn't gotten there. Maybe it'll take him 5 years to get there. What do you make him do?
You
Make
go
he keep.
find the person where matching level now.
No, but if you
and they'll
find
grow
so
together.
wait
That's
now
what
by
that's what I think. That's what I think
well,
honestly. So now there's this notion that successful women do not submit to their men. Hence a lot of breakups in relationships, because a lot of people say that the reason why Beyonce is with Jay-Z is because Jay-Z is richer than Beyonce. The reason why Jada is with Will Smith is because Will is bigger than the. And we know a lot of celebrities, a lot of relationships or marriages that crashed in Nigeria. Tell me for a fact the women are more successful than the men in terms of how much money they make. Now I don't want to call names, but just look at top 5 in recent times. You
but there
can
are so
tell.
many women in public office who are so successful that you don't hear about their husbands. I mean,
Like
I don't
the
want to
second
like
richest black
there's
woman in the world.
Folorunsho Alakija,
Yeah,
there's
yeah, she's
Dora
still
Akunyile before she died.
okay.
There's Ngozi Okoje, even Oprah Winfrey. You don't even hear about her partner. But I feel it boils down to security as a person and maturity as a person. I don't think that money and success should come in between something you guys have built and grow. If you understand each other so well, you will find a way to work. So what's it? You don't get money today, you can support him. It's a relationship where you both support each other. If you know that this person is for real and it's not like he wants to scam you or anything, sure, why? Go ahead, support him. He has great ideas, but he doesn't have the funds, and you have the funds. Why not support him and help him get there?
I think at the end of the day, it all boils down to being with your friend, being with your person, being with someone who supports your goals.
True.
Because when people talk about the fact that the woman can be richer than you, how would they work? I always say things like, you never know. Something might happen. It might even be that the man has money and you don't have money, or you guys have so much money, and then maybe you guys, or something goes wrong and then
True.
money just disappears, money finished. There are a lot of rich people that are really growing up that are not even, they're just comfortable now, or they are not even as
Even
rich
our
as they
parents,
were.
a lot of times.
So find what works for you. Be with your friend, someone who is going to work. I get where a lot of people are coming from, because the case of Acrimony, the movie, it was the same thing that happened.
True.
This one, the guy didn't even know how much money she had,
Yes.
or the inheritance and all, and then he worked and then see how the guy treated her.
Yeah.
Last now one other auntie.
But then I also say
take
for a
everything.
woman, as if you're very successful and you meet a guy, you should know when to walk away when you feel like, I mean, person not just sit down for house, not they do anything. At some point, you're like, oh God, I beg, you can't waste your time with someone who you see is not making an effort. So you should know when to walk away. You should, even there was someone I know who was always supporting this guy's dream, but he wasn't even making an effort on his own part. And she was like, you know what, I'm done, I'm moving on. So you have to know when to walk away and when to stay, even in that kind of relationship.
Okay, so as a guy, I need you to talk to guys out there, because really there's really so much that you can do. Talk to guys out there, make them understand. So I don't know what you have to say to guys, maybe you have to talk them into believing in themselves or being confident enough to walking up to that very Genevieve woman. It might not even be Genevieve, it might be Toke Makinwa,
You
Linda
be Rita.
Ikeji, or Rita
Dominic.
Dominic. Yeah, do you understand? So maybe you should just talk your fellow man watching you right now into being confident enough to chase that very successful woman that they're interested in.
I feel like first of all, as a guy, discover who you are as a person without anybody, without being attached to a partner or someone. Be confident in who you are. No, find yourself. Even if you're not in a relationship, there are people that are so confident, even if they don't have money, even if they don't, be confident, find yourself. Find something you know that this person will be interested in. It's not always about money. Money is important, no doubt, but find something. There are little things. It's the little things that you guys can connect with. Maybe you guys love to travel, or you like to talk about politics, or you like to talk about culture. Find that thing that once you have that and you're confident and you're intelligent and you're exposed and when you talk to see, I've come to realize that women like intelligent guys and people
Yeah.
who make them laugh. It's the simple things. Just find that human connection between both people. Trust me, yes, the money comes into play, but once someone loves you that way or likes you that way, the rest now, yokun kekere.
Okay, and another thing I would say to
Women, what would
women
you say
is,
to
yeah,
women?
that's what I was gonna
Successful
say.
women.
Yes, what I would say to successful women is give these guys space to even prove themselves. Sometimes give them space to prove themselves. You never know what a guy is capable of, or you don't know how happy it might make you until you give him a chance to. Now
True,
this has
true.
happened severally.
Yeah.
You see that ritual? I'm not saying I'm the one who always says that it is better for you to cry in a
In a
limo
limo.
than to be crying on a bus unto say love. So really give that guy a chance to prove
Prove himself,
himself.
I
All
agree.
he might just need is time. I saw a movie where the guy said, I don't want to even date you now. Let me just start as a friend. Just
Friend,
give me
true,
time. But
true.
then just give me the respect that I deserve and all. And successful women, let's know where you stand. If you are lonely, say you are lonely. Don't come and say you are lonely today and tomorrow come and say you don't need a man. Let's know so that you will not go and be all those people that are 65. You are somewhere telling the story of your life. So I think you should just be honest enough about what you want. If you don't dig this person, you don't dig this person. This is how you want to live your life. This is how you want to
I
live your life.
also
And
feel,
then don't now
yeah,
make young people
who
now feel like
like,
that's how they should live their life. Because there are lots of people who see you as role models.
true.
Yeah, so if there are things you do that they might want to emulate that
Yes.
might not
Yeah.
work well for you, but because it's all a facade, how would they know? So be honest enough to say what it is that
And
it is, really, really.
successful woman or not, I feel like each person should respect each other in a relationship. Respect this person, be submissive, treat this person with care, treat this person like a human being. Whether you have money or not, just treat each other with respect. It's very, very important.
All right, guys, this is the much we can take
Take
on
on
this
this
segment.
segment.
We'll go on a quick break, but we'll come back. It will be time for
For
the lifestyle
lifestyle
segment.
segment.
Trust me, you don't want to miss this.
At all, at all. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. It's still the Vibe Cafe Show, the show where we give you nothing but good vibes. And we are going to be talking on our lifestyle segment how to develop a morning routine. What's your morning routine?
Keyword healthy. How
Yeah,
to develop
healthy
a healthy
morning
morning routine.
What's your
Okay,
morning
so my
routine
morning
like?
routine is waking up. Well, of course, because you have to wake up. Waking up, praying. Then when I'm done praying, I drink water because what water does is it helps for very easy bowel movement. And then after that, I exercise a bit. What I do is because most mornings I wake up very, very tired. So I stretch because when you stretch, blood circulation, it's easier. Then I go to the bathroom, and then when I stretch, if I feel sore in any area, when I go to the bathroom and have a bath, I use the soap to massage. I'm not going to say not I don't skip breakfast all the time. So there's this habit that I just picked up recently. I tried to make breakfast the previous night. I store it in the freezer, then I wake up and when I get to the office, I use the microwave and I have the breakfast. And then I stopped taking coffee because I noticed that when I take coffee, when I get home too tired, it takes about 5 hours for me to fall asleep.
Wow.
So I don't do coffee. Yeah. So what is it for you?
For me, I always like to wake up with without anybody talking. So I like to just stay in bed for like maybe 10 minutes, just meditate, be grateful for another day, and then I go have warm water and lemon every morning. I have warm water and lemon because it helps you with cleansing your system, removing the toxins from your. Then I exercise. If I can go to the gym, I do, because of time. Sometimes we have to go to work and all of that. But
Mm-hmm.
if I can't, what I try to do, either I jog or I skip. So I just try to incorporate an activity to help me start
Yes,
my
to
day, and then
start
after
your
that I
body.
have my bath. It depends on the weather. Sometimes it's warm water, sometimes it's cold. And I listen to music, especially when I'm in my bathroom.
Mm.
I always listen to music
Mm-hmm.
because it helps me start my day. It gives me this pep in my work. I can face anything. So that's how I pretty much start my day. And then depending on if I have time or not, I see an episode of a series I like,
Okay.
or I read a chapter of a book just to, and then also a lot of times I like scented candles, so that also helps me like relax.
Oh, you vain boy.
I'm not.
Okay,
I
so I'm
just
I'm
like
just
take
I'm just
myself.
going to read out
Mhm.
something that I put down
Mhm.
to help you guys. Hopefully this helps.
Mhm.
Okay, so it's a morning routine is incredibly important for a productive day because how you start your day tends
Yeah.
to be the way you
Your day
continue
goes.
the way
Yeah. True.
goes the way the
Your
day
day
goes
goes.
rather. Okay, so you the one tip is to set your alarm 30 minutes before your actual wake up time because most of us we tend to wake up like 5 times before the alarm will snooze and snooze and
You'll be
snooze.
like, oh,
I'm
next,
telling you, snooze,
next,
snooze,
yeah,
yeah.
true.
And then for those who have kids, another
Mm.
tip that could help is waking up before the kids. So you already do your routine before they come to scatter the
True,
routine
true.
for you.
Yeah.
And then you drink a bottle of water. Like I said earlier,
Yeah.
you can add lemon.
To it.
Yes, it's like, yeah, lemon. Just have lemon in the water. It's very good for clear skin. It
True.
helps for the skin to
Mhm.
glow. And then pray
Mhm.
for not too long. And for
Mm.
those who don't like to pray, if you don't pray, you can
Meditate.
meditate.
Yeah.
Yes, you can meditate and you exercise or stretch for a bit,
Mm.
and then you shower and then breakfast.
Mm.
If you can, if you
Yeah.
can't, you can
You
pack
pack
it.
your
And if you
breakfast.
still can't, can.
Mm.
If you still can't pack,
Yeah.
yeah, you just get to the office and quickly get
Bring your
something.
breakfast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that.
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Yeah, that's what they say, but some people don't have breakfast
Yeah.
and they're
True.
still healthy. So
True.
whatever
True.
works for you, yeah, it works
Totally.
for you. Okay, that's the much we can take on lifestyle segment and onto the vibe segment. On vibe for today, because of what we talked about
Yeah.
earlier, we've decided that we're going to talk about giving love a chance.
Chance.
Yes, you never know. I always say you never know how much love this person has to
Mm.
give. You never know how much happiness is missing in your life. You
Mm.
never know how much happiness this person is coming with until you give them
A
a
chance.
chance.
I also feel like a lot of times people have been heartbroken or they've gone through certain things in their past. Because of that, they become very closed off. They don't give love a chance. They
Mm-hmm.
don't give friendship a chance. But you get your heart broken. You heal from it. Just keep an open mind. You might just meet someone. Like one of our guests said one time that just keep an open mind. You might just meet someone. You just be picky and say, no, 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 and then time will go by and you're like, I wish I give love a chance. So give love a chance.
Alrighty, guys, on that note, we've come to the end of Vibe Cafe. Do not forget that this is the show where we bring you nothing but absolute good vibe. Okay, guys, we want you to be a part of the show as much
Mm-hmm.
as possible. So we want you to pepper us by disturbing us on our social media page. It is at Vibe
Cafe
Cafe Show.
show.
Very easy at
Mm-hmm.
Vibe
Cafe
Cafe
show.
Show.
Comment,
One word.
like,
Comment, DM,
give you just
like.
literally
Slide into his DM is very
slide into
single.
her DM too. She's
If it's money, oh, money is involved, okay?
she likes successful men.
Yeah,
Anyway,
because I'm a successful woman.
yeah.
Okay, my name is Rachel M.
And
Isaac.
I am Eric Manso, and that's all for today. And
Okay.
from us
We
is
say, Ego
Stay healthy.
B. Bye bye.